Domingo Castillo. Hi, this is Domingo Castillo, author of Lily Goes to School. Lily. What I wanted to talk about today was bullying. And not because I wrote this or anything else, but because it's rampant in our country. Not only does it happen in our schools, but it happens in normal everyday life. And one classic example I'd like to bring up, parents, and parents, we have to think about what we do because our children watch us. The biggest bullying that goes on in this country is about the highest office in the country. And it goes both ways, Donald Trump and the public that bullies him constantly. So how can we as parents expect our children not to bully people if we do it all the time? So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Look back to what just last Easter. Classical example of a man being bullied, tortured, and killed for us. Okay, Donald Trump isn't Jesus Christ, and there's no comparison that way. But he is a man. And some of you may not like him, but that's your right. You don't have to. But what we have to think about is this thing called freedom of speech. How far can we go? How far can we test the boundaries? And that's on each and every one of you. You get mad at someone, you F this, you F that, or you push them, or you call names, or you threaten them. That's bullying. There's no ifs or buts about it. So what are we going to do if we're going to stop this epidemic that's happening right now in our country? We have to be living examples. We have to go back and show everybody, like God says, show them the light. Don't show them the darkness in you, but show them the light. Look in the mirror at yourself, and then what you would expect people to say to you, you say to them. So that's the whole thing on bullying. Right here, this little girl right here, Lily, she's different. But she was made, and you can see her in the background, she was made to be different so she would stand out, so we would know why people bullied her. And yes, we can say, hey, the president is quite different. And that's why he's bullied. But bullying under any case should never be accepted, either coming from him, the highest office, or from the Democrats or Republicans or what other group it is that is constantly calling names, threatening, doing all this other stuff, because it's not acceptable. When did it become acceptable to be mean, cruel, nasty to other people? And the people are going to say, well, look what he does. Oh, come on, that's old. That's like, what do our children do? Well, look what Joe did down the street, Mom and Dad. No, that's not acceptable. We're not raising Donald Trump. We're raising our children. Our children need to learn by our examples. So, cussing him out, telling him off, all these horrible things that are sent to this man. It's bullying. And we hide behind our right of freedom of speech. But yet we're telling our children, please don't bully anybody in school, because you know what? Bullying gets so bad that people kill themselves. And then we say, Oh, well, we feel bad that happened. But for how long are we going to continue our behavior and keep modeling this for our children without actually changing our children and letting them see the light in you, the good in you, not the bad? There's a bad side to everybody, and I don't care. But you have to sit out there and you have to go back and say, what are my children seeing? What are my children watching? If you're both working and your children are home all the time, you see it going on. They see it going on. It happens on TV. It happens everywhere they go. And then the parents aren't there to tell them right from wrong. So that's why this is so important. God sent Christ here for a reason. Donald Trump was elected for a reason. Whether you like him, whether you hate him, that's fine. Keep your opinions to yourself. But don't show your children that it's okay to bully the President of the United States. Don't be that kind of example. So remember, Lily was purposely made so she could be different, so that everyone in the book would understand. But even Lily had a purpose. And her purpose was integrated pest management so people don't use chemicals. Donald Trump's purpose is to run the country the best he can with all the advisors and everything else he has on staff. So that's bullying. And I thank you for the time today. God bless.